Hey everybody, it is Chris Nichols here. The PetaPixel team is in Japan right now. We're at the Sigma headquarters. Sigma has flown us out here. They put us up to go see the Sigma launch event. Very excited to see what products they have. This is actually the first Sigma event we've ever been to, so this is very exciting. We're going to check it out. But before we get to that, let's talk about Cage.com. So of course we have no idea what we're about to see here. The launch event is going to happen very shortly, but one place that I know that you will always know what you're going to get is Cage.com. If you're looking for used gear, I love the fact that you can peruse their entire inventory. You know exactly what condition it's going to be in. They rank it appropriately for any damage that's on there, what accessories you're going to get, what kind of shape it's in. And of course, if you do get something and you feel like, it wasn't the right choice, it's not exactly what I wanted, they have a very generous 21-day return policy. So whether you're trying to buy new gear or maybe you're trying to get rid of some old gear that you don't need anymore, Cage.com is the best place to do it because their experts are going to take very good care of you. And that is why Cage.com is PetaPixel's preferred pre-owned gear partner. Definitely check them out in the link in the description below. But otherwise, let's get back to this very exciting launch event. Okay, so we've attended the Sigma launch event, very interesting stuff. Now we find ourselves in the actual headquarters. I know there's a lot of noises, bird song and stuff, so forgive us for that. We tried to find a little quiet corner that we could talk. And let's talk about the first product here. This is going to be the new Sigma 16-300 DC. So this is a contemporary series lens made for APS-C, Sony E mount, Fujifilm X mount, and also Canon RF mount. This is also going to have a 3.5 to 6.7 aperture all the way through. So not particularly fast, but typical of what we'd expect from a super zoom. And this is covering a humongous range. What also really catches my attention is this actually has really decent macro, 1 to 2 life-size reproduction, and it's doing that at 70 millimeters. I like that. It's not doing it at the ultra wide or the extreme telephoto, but somewhere in the middle where this is a good manageable kind of range. Now the second product, I'm going to go ahead and say it, this might be a hot take, but this might for a lot of people be the most compelling product that we have out here today. This is the new Sigma 300 to 600 f4. This is a full frame lens. They're going to call it DG, but they're dropping the DN because they're saying like, look, SLRs are done, we're really going mirrorless only going forward. So it's just DG, full frame, 300 to 600 f4. So this is going to be part of the Sigma Sports series. That means fantastic optics. It also means it's designed for the most rugged environments, sports, action, and wildlife. It's got a new white thermal coating finish to it. Looks very sexy. We've got a customizable control ring, autofocus lock buttons, really nice zoom. It's all internal, so it keeps the balance a little bit further back. We get 40.5 millimeter drop-in filters as well. Now, this is a big lens. I mean, it's got a carbon fiber hood, but that's still not going to keep the weight down. We're pushing almost 4 kilograms, 2 knots, and although you could hand hold it, especially if you were, I don't know, a bodybuilder or on lots of pain medication, I wouldn't want to do it for a very long period of time. I mean, this is absolutely designed for monopod or tripod use. Now, what is cool about the foot, it is removable. It's cut for Arca Swiss. I love that, but you can also change out that foot if you don't want to have an Arca Swiss cut on. Nice. But I think the feature that really blows me away on this 300 to 600 is the fact that it's only $6,000 USD. I mean, this is limited to Sony E mount and L mount cameras, but for that price point, this is incredibly flexible with that zoom range. Of course, I have to fully test it. I don't know exactly how it's going to be optically, but I imagine it's going to be very good. It's going to put a ton of pressure on things like the Sony G Master 600mm f4, which is more than twice the price. I mean, this is crazy. And I would say, I guess it's probably a good thing for Canon and Nikon that this lens is not yet available for their lens mounts. But of course, the headlining product is creating a lot of buzz. It is absolutely gorgeous looking at it from a design standpoint. It is the new Sigma BF, a full frame 24 megapixel camera that leaves me with lots of questions. So I think the first thing to get across about this camera is that it's intended to be a very simple process. It is a stripped down camera designed to radically change how somebody is going to approach and use a camera. And again, I got to get this out of the way. For me, coming from a more advanced camera background, I'm automatically going to have a different mindset about what a camera should be, how it should operate, and how the controls work. And so I really am going to try to remove myself from that and look at this with fresh eyes going forward, because I think a new design like this absolutely demands it. So we have a back dial, we've got 3 buttons on the back to set up all your settings, and really it's designed to be used with just one finger, just your thumb able to control everything. But it's not just the controls that are stripped down, the entire body itself is. So there's no memory cards in this camera. It's all internal memory, 230 gigabytes of internal memory, and that's accessed through a single USB-C. There's no hot shoe on this camera. There's just mics on top. There's just a single strap lug. Now on the bottom of the camera, we don't have a fixed internal battery. It is actually a removable battery, and I do like that option because then I can get a spare. Also, there's a tripod socket, but that's about it. On the back of the camera, you've got a nice LCD panel. It's fixed. It doesn't tilt at all or anything like that. And just above the thumb dial, you've got a secondary screen, and this just shows the setting that you're currently adjusting with that dial. It seems to be quite intuitive. There's absolutely no EVF on this camera. There's no option to use an EVF. I was wondering if it used the external system from the FP, but it does not, because this is a brand new body design. Just unibody, just out of one single aluminum billet. It's machined. Very striking to look at, very compact and very lightweight. Now this camera is absolutely being billed as a photo-centric camera, but it does have interesting video features. It can shoot 6K, it can shoot that H.264, H.265, or RAW. You have access to L-Log as well, but again, there's no headphone jack, there's no mic jack, so this is going to be designed primarily for photographers, videographers, maybe just for the occasional high-quality video clip. And there's 2 other things I want to talk about. These are features, but more so in that they're features that are not present on the camera. So we don't have a mechanical shutter on here, electronic shutter only. Also interesting, there's no Foveon chip, and I know that was something a lot of people were talking about, especially on the rumor sites. We confirm that's not the case. And so this does draw a lot of similarities to cameras like the Sigma FP, which was also a 24 megapixel full frame camera without a mechanical shutter. And you might even start to compare this camera to things like the Panasonic S9, which seems to give a very similar kind of experience, no mechanical shutter, trying to strip things down, make it more simple for a new crowd of photographers. Regardless, this product is very intriguing. It does leave me with a lot of questions, not a lot of answers, so I'm eager to play with it, test it out, and review it. And I know you guys probably have a lot of questions too, so please leave those in the comments below, and we'll absolutely give you the information as it comes to us. You'll definitely also want to check out the podcast, because we have a rare opportunity. The CEO of Sigma, Kazuto Yamaki-san, has been gracious enough to give us some of his time. He's a very busy man, and we're going to do an interview with him like in 10 minutes, so I got to go do that right away, but you'll definitely want to check that out. You can listen to the PetaPixel podcast on all your favorite podcasting apps or on this exact same channel. Thank you guys very much. I hope you guys enjoy this, and we will see you soon with full reviews on a lot of these products as soon as we can get to them.
Feeling good feels like wow.